Whether you're building a destination portal or a community website, an event directory is a must-have for your web portal. BlackMonk's event module is an effective solution for publishing and managing events on your website. It allows you to publish day events such as concerts, ongoing events such as craft fairs, and repeat events such as weekly business seminars. Events can also be added by end users, and while submitting an event, they will have the option to choose between a free, sponsored, or featured listing. Featured events are showcased in the events carousel and receive priority placement in the event list. Sponsored events appear below the featured ones, and free events are placed below sponsored listings. You can set a daily fee on sponsored and featured events, and BlackMonk's self-service transaction system will take care of price computation and payments. BlackMonk's events module also supports social sharing and user engagement. Now, let's check out the events module. This is the events page on our Demo City portal. The carousel showcases featured events, and below that is the event list showing the events that are taking place today. The filter tabs located above the event list provide a convenient way to know what's happening tomorrow or during the weekend. Right below the calendar is category list, which allows filtering of events by category. Clicking on an item in the event list takes you to the respective event page. The event page provides complete details about the event, including venue and contact information, event description, date, time, and ticket booking details, photos, location map. The event page also includes comment section, share buttons, and links to the event's social media profiles. This is the staff control panel through which you or your staff can add and moderate content on the website. Clicking on the event tab brings up the event section, and to add an event, we click the add event button here, which brings up this form. We have the event details in this document, so all I have to do is copy them into this form. Let's start with the event. Now we populate the start date, end time, and end date and end time. This event has a well-defined start and end time, but some events are day long, in which case we can check this box to mark them as all-day events. And if the event is of recurring type, then by selecting the repeat option, we can set the schedule of the repeat event. For instance, if we are making it a weekly event, then we can use the drop-down to set the repeat frequency, say every 2 weeks or every 3 weeks. We then select the weekdays on which the event will occur, as well as specify how many times the event will occur on designated days. Getting back to the form, we move on to enter the venue, and as we enter it, we see this autocomplete suggestion, which means that the venue is already in the database. But if you're entering a venue for the first time, then clicking on Add Venue will enable you to register a new venue. To register a venue, you have to enter the location details in this form, and the map pointer will automatically align with the location. The remaining part of the form is pretty much self-explanatory, and here is a completed form. Now, the listing will show up as a regular one, since the listing type is set to free. So, if you want the listing to grab more eyeballs, then you can choose either standard or featured option. We will make this one a featured event because we want maximum exposure, and we'll feature it for 3 days starting today. So accordingly, we set the start, the end date. The price field here is meant for monetization, and we will discuss it in detail in the later part of this tutorial. Now, when I hit the publish button, our featured listing shows up in the carousel on the main event page. Coming back to the staff control panel, we find the newly published event in this list. Now, we need to customize the event's SEO settings, so we click the Settings button and select Update SEO from the drop-down menu. The event title and description entered while creating the event serves as the default SEO title and description for the event page. So here, we will enter a suitable SEO title and description to make our event page more search-friendly. The SEO title and description entered here will not affect. If you are migrating your event database to BlackMonk, then you can use the Upload via CSV option to add multiple events simultaneously. The CSV format for bulk uploading events can be downloaded by clicking this button. End users can also submit events to your website by signing in using their Facebook, Twitter, or Google accounts. And when adding a new event, they get to choose between a free, sponsored, or featured listing, the daily fee applicable on sponsored and featured listings, and the benefits applicable on each listing type are preset by the admin. Upon selecting a sponsored or featured listing, the user will be prompted to enter the duration for which the event needs to be sponsored or featured. The transaction system automatically computes the price and allows the user to make an online payment. Upon submission, the event shows up in the notification area on Staff Control Panel. And after validating the submission, the staff member may choose to publish or reject the listing. Other moderation options can be accessed by clicking this Settings button, which provides options for updating listing type from free to sponsored or featured, editing the listing, updating the listing's SEO, and viewing traffic stats. BlackMonk Event Module offers plenty of customization options with respect to moderation workflow, event categories, and monetization options. Let's see how this works. This is the Admin Control Panel, through which you can customize functionalities and set moderation levels. Clicking on the Event button takes us to the Event Settings page. Here, we can customize the SEO title and the description of the main event page, as well as set moderation levels for events posted by end users. In the left panel under Events, we find options for customizing the event categories and set pricing for sponsored and featured listings. Clicking on Categories takes us to the Event Categories page, where you can easily edit or delete any of the existing event categories, as well as add new categories to the list. The pricing option allows you to set pricing for sponsored and featured listings. Once you have defined the pricing and benefits for free, sponsored, and featured listing types, as well as customize the benefits available on each listing type, you can then adjust the exposure and response levels so end users can know that a featured listing is X times more effective than a sponsored one. Switching over to the Settings tab, we find the settings related to location in the left panel. Clicking on Venue reveals the list of registered venues, and you can as well as add a new venue to the list. When registering a new venue, you have to indicate the venue type by selecting the option from this drop-down list. These options are editable, and to customize them, click the venue type option in the left panel to bring up the list of venue types. Here, you can easily edit or delete the venue types or add new ones to the list.